Maybelline, New York. Make it happen.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. It appears that the brand, the Bud Light Destroyer, has chosen another target. Like Zool, like, choose the form of your destruction. And then someone said Dylan, and they hired Dylan for another makeup company, leading to an immediate boycott, leading to immediate backlash because people have had enough. Look, makeup is one of those things that has, I think, for a long time, really tried to appeal to both genders, right? So it shouldn't be that shocking that somebody that spends, $500 a week on makeup, like Dylan, would be a spokesperson for them. But women have had enough. Women are pushing back, and I completely understand why. By the way, Meta PCs, a lot of people ask where I get my computer. It's a computer I use. It's a laptop I use. It's a computer I recommend to friends and family. Been working with them for a long time. I worked to put together a list of kind of like good, better, best, insano computer towers. You can even find, this is the exact computer I'm using right here. They also do complete ground up builds, so you can totally customize it. You can do financing. It's veteran owned. And they're not down with any getting political. They just build sweet computers. Promo code The Quartering, and you'll actually save money on it too. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. You can always open their chat and say The Quartering sent me. They love hearing that. And when you're ready for a new PC, remember that promo code and you'll save some money on it. Now, Maybelline faces calls for a boycott after sponsorship tie-up with influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Maybelline is the latest company to be threatened with a public boycott after sponsoring Dylan to post a video online promoting its makeup. In the Maybelline promotion posted on TikTok, Dylan is makeup free before, quote, gets glam with eyeshadow, lipstick, and other products. The video posted as Mulvaney approached their 100th day of publicly identifying as a woman. I assume maybe this is an old video and people are coming out of the woodwork. I don't know anything about makeup. I assume there's a million brands that you could go with, but I assume that many more of them are pretty woke. This comes out as another major commercial brand, Anheuser-Busch's Bud Light is dealing with a boycott of its beer due to a partnership with Dylan. The brand seen a sales slump by 17%, as well as 2 high-ranking marketing executives on leave. Some of the response to this, Universal Languages Love, writing, "Hey, Maybelline, women have fought for years to get where we are. Women's rights are being taken back by these men, and you support it. Please, all us born women, let's boycott Maybelline." The latest fools to employ Dylan are a makeup company, Maybelline. One Twitter user wrote on April 24th, "Get woke, go broke." Another Twitter user wrote, "Time to boycott Maybelline to trend since Maybelline used Dylan as their sponsor." One more tweeted, "Hey, Maybelline, women have fought for years." I read that. Mail Online has asked L'Oreal Group, the parent company for Maybelline, for comment. Now, Dylan has 1.8 million followers on Instagram, often features Dylan promoting products from major brands, such as recent posts where they sport Nike athletic wear and Kate Spade clothing. Here's the thing. This is somebody that got famous on like playing a role. The list of things to boycott are getting so immense that it's getting hard, right? CBS News, Maybelline faces boycott over partnership with Dylan. Maybelline facing boycotts. The pushback comes as another major brand, Anheuser-Busch's Bud Light, is grappling with the boycott of its beer due to similar partnership. The uproar comes as conservative lawmakers in some U.S. states pass laws that restrict the rights of trans people. I don't think so. Such as a new measure in North Dakota that restricts healthcare in the state. Yeah, for kids, as far as I know. Brands, both big and small, often partner with social media stars to promote their products on Instagram Reels. The thing with Dylan is people are still going to make that higher because you instantly get a ton of headlines. In fact, right now, probably a pretty good time to work with them if your brand appeals to leftists, or if you want to target that group. Now, a lot of people are writing, like CBS is writing, Dylan has become a lightning rod for the anti-trans sentiment among some conservatives. Look, I can't speak to anyone else, quote unquote, some conservatives. But what I can say is that I think that this is not necessarily a political issue. And I also think that, for better or worse, Dylan is the embodiment of everything that people have been kind of griping about for a very long time. And that is, of course, the erasure of women. Dylan puts a little bit of makeup on and is literally taking jobs from biological females. You saw that with Nike. You saw that with L'Oreal. But the thing is, it'll be interesting to see in terms of like L'Oreal, if there's any real sales backlash, because it's a different market. Like the L'Oreal stock is doing fine. They're getting lots of free clicks. I would think that makeup is probably easily replaceable as well. And women have had enough. You see this article in the National Review from this morning. Are trans women now the best women? Women are vain, catty, and brainless. Men are too, by the way. Women's beauty is built on stiletto heels, false eyelashes, and giant fake chests, debilitatingly long manicured nails, and makeup. I don't agree with any of that. But anyway, we know, this is written by a woman, we know nothing about current events and sports, and our heads are filled with gossip worries about our accessories, generating clickbait for our online profiles. These are the messages sent by the elevation. Aha! Nice one. Okay. These are the messages sent by the elevation of people like Dylan Mulvaney. Drag queens, cartoonish depictions of overly spicy women are no longer simply tolerated. Rather, the media and society elevate them to womanhood at its best. The mantra is no longer trans women are women. Now trans women are the best women. Trans women are also our best female athletes, so they must be allowed to take spots, scholarships, and awards from biological women. Convicted criminals, including really terrible ones, should be allowed to self-select whatever prison facility they feel most comfortable in. This is via National Review, by the way, and written by Carrie Lucas. Biological female prisoners fearing for their physical safety are simply transphobic. Trans women must be allowed to expose their stuff in women's locker rooms. If young women around them are uncomfortable, then those girls should just get along with their hang-ups. Never mind if these women are recent, on the receiving end of bad behavior or just want privacy. Trans women's needs for inclusion in women's spaces is more important than biological women's safety and privacy. I would 100% agree with that. That is the message being sent. This is what society is telling women and girls. Ladies, are we really okay with this? Among the great ironies on the rise of the trans movement is that while it claims to seek to upend gender roles, in practice it elevates stereotypes. A generation ago, girls interested in sports and woodworking might have been called tomboys, but no serious person would have suggested that they weren't really girls. Now society is encouraging girls who do not conform to the female stereotype to consider becoming boys. The message is that womanhood is a garnish costume to be put on or discarded, like changing clothes or hairstyle. It's a choice you can simply make and easily reverse if you change your mind. The realities of what transition entails are not even in the fine print of the mainstream narrative. Do parents who are being goaded into offering their children, quote, affirming care by policymakers even understand that these type of hormones will forever change their children? Do they know that these hormones can result in lasting, devastating physical harm, including the loss of fertility and other functions, bodily functions? Women once fought not to be objectified and looked at as a collection of body parts, yet now we commonly hear women referred to as bleeders, chest feeders, and worse. Spokeswomen selling feminine hygiene products now have never even had a period. They've never felt cramps and fatigue. They've never experienced these things because they do not have ovaries or a uterus. For them, these are useful props, and it's all a shtick. The costs of the transgender movement are borne almost exclusively by women. Male athletes and prisoners have little to fear from, quote, trans men. It's women's safety, opportunities, and dignity that are being discarded. 100%. Good article, Carrie Lucas. I'm very proud to see so many women standing up for their rights now and standing up for themselves. We just saw that ESPN spokesperson essentially quit from what I understand, ESPN because of the erasure of women in sports. We see people like Riley Gaines. Look, I think that there's not even a fine line. There's a clear line between, live and let live. And like, hey, maybe we should maybe we should stop making 999 people feel uncomfortable or be unsafe or be erased to make this one person feel happy. That's just not how it should work. But that's how it is working, isn't it? That's how it's working in society. And only now are people finally pushing back. And I'm so proud of the women who are standing up and fighting for their spaces and fighting for their sports, because there's a full-scale attack on women's spaces, and only they can save them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Remember, promo code TheQuartering over at Meta PCs. Go check out their website. I'll use a link in the description. Check them out. Obviously, you might not be ready right this instant, but when you are, you'll have a good idea of what you're looking at. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.